this is Faith at Faith and Books. How are you doing? I'm trying to hold this camera steady so I can do a quick, video. Actually, this is might be like a little bit of an intro to a little bit of vlogging because we're going away this weekend. We're going away to Stanton, Virginia. There is a really good Shakespeare theater there. It's the American Shakespeare Company, and they have a replica of the Blackfriars Theater. So it's an exact replica. So you know, you've heard the Globe Theater. Well, the other one that he plays in was the Blackfriars. So it's a great place. We love going there. This will be our 4th time going to Stanton, but we're not going to see Shakespeare. We're going to see a play of Pride and Prejudice. So my husband surprised me with this. Well, he told me a couple months ago because we had to plan to go away. But it's for my 64th birthday. I'm turning 64 tomorrow. So I have that Beatles song running through my head. So I just thought I would tell you really quickly, just a real quick update, and then I might just put in a little bit of video of Stanton. So the first thing, if I cannot jiggle this camera too much, is I finished Rubicon last night. So I really enjoyed this read. It really hit me in the right way. I like his writing, and there were just so many people that I vaguely knew their names and vaguely what they did, but I didn't really know much more than very surface. And so I really got to understand Sulla and Pompey and Cicero and Cato, or at least I got a better introduction to them. And so I really enjoyed this. I'm going to make a video, a review with this book, about this book for my April 21st video, which is April 21st commemorates the founding of Rome. That's the traditional date. So I'm going to make a video just about this book and maybe just my experience with There's No Place Like Rome. And don't forget that we're having a live stream April 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I think Mark and Matt are going to make it. I don't know about Steve. And hopefully other people will join us, and we'll talk about the books we read. And I'm trying to come up with like a quiz bowl thing, but I don't know. This trip is kind of getting in the way of stuff that I wanted to get done, and also other things are getting in the way. But we'll see. It's only April 12th, so I've got time. And then I thought I would show you what I was planning to take with me on my trip. We're going to be Friday night, Saturday, and then come back Sunday evening. I'm going to bring some books. So I already packed Pride and Prejudice because I figure we're going to want to look at passages after we view the play. Let's see. Oh, try not to do. I plan to bring Cicero and read some of his letters to Atticus. Maybe just even a couple. I've started, but I didn't get too far. I only read like 1 or 2. So I might read a little bit of that. And then I'm also bringing this book, The Lost Flock, which is about a woman who becomes a sheep farmer. Very interesting. She's dealing with this, it's genetically related to the Neolithic sheep. I don't know if I've said this before. Really interesting, really interesting. And then on my Kindle, I'm reading also about another sheep farmer, E.B. White, One Man's Meat, and I'm really enjoying that one too. All my reading right now is really good. He's writing it, I think it starts in late 1937. He's writing it from his farm in Brooklyn, Maine, Brooklin. He's got a saltwater farm. So that means that his land is right on the shore. So not only does he raise chickens and turkeys and sheep and I think pigs, I don't know what vegetables he grows, but he definitely has blueberries. But he also has the shore, so he goes and gets clams, and he has lobster pots, and he goes fishing for haddock and stuff like that. So really interesting, and it's really neat to get a glimpse of what somebody was thinking about as World War II is heating up, and he's hearing all the bad news from Europe. And it's very interesting to read about someone's thoughts and perceptions and everything at the time. I really am enjoying that. And that is going to be my book on Maine. I forgot to mention this before. I got this from Linda at Elder Talk, and I don't know who started this reading challenge, but it's Road Trip USA, and you try to read a book set in each state. And I'm sure over the course of my life I have read books that probably I have covered pretty much the 50 states, but I'm starting anew in 2024. So I have this map, and you can see I colored in Massachusetts because the one middle grade book that I read, well, besides Nancy Drew, was The Penderwicks, which was set in Stockbridge, Massachusetts. So I've got Massachusetts. Now I'm reading One Man's Meat, which is mostly set, or he wrote it also. Some of the essays are about New York, and one essay was really good was a letter to Thoreau as he went on this pilgrimage to Concord. That was really interesting. But mostly he's writing about his farm in Maine. So that's going to be the book for Maine. So yeah, so this is going to take a few years, I think, to get through all 50. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to take with me. One Man's Meat, The Lost Flock, and Cicero. And we'll see. I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the play and just getting away. Stanton is a really charming hamlet in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's very picturesque. It's got a lot of the old architecture is preserved. It's the birthplace of Woodrow Wilson. There's a great museum just outside of Stanton called the Pioneer Culture Museum. I've seen that a couple times. I don't know if we're going to see it again. I also want to go see Joel Salatin's farm, Polyface Farm. If you're into regenerative farming, he's like the first. He's a very famous farmer. If you're in those circles, and we've never seen it. He's just outside Stanton. So anyway, I'm hoping we have a good weekend. We're going to leave as soon as the grandkids get picked up. We are hopping in the car and driving into the mountains. So, all right. Well, so hopefully I'll add on some video of our trip, and I'll talk to you later. You don't want to be on it, do you?
No, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we stayed here, how many years ago?
I don't know.
Years ago, we stayed here for an anniversary at this bed and breakfast, and it was so charming. This really nice couple ran it. They had retired, and it was sort of their after retirement thing. And this room right here is where they served port and brandy, and it was full of Victorian antiques, and it's been bought by some company, Airbnb type thing, and now it's got, this is a Victorian house. It's this beautiful, Victorian manse, and this is what they have here now. It's so disappointing. Yes, I think we're looking towards Mary Baldwin, and there's a train. Yeah.
There's our van. So now I'm sort of oriented that way.
Yeah, okay. There we go. And where's Woodrow Wilson?
Is that it?
I think that might, yes,
right there?
that's Woodrow Wilson's house.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, we're there.
Yeah.
We made it to Stanton. Please, it looked deserted.
It really does. So we are here in our room in Stanton, and I just wanted to look at their little collection of Shakespeare books, because there is a Shakespeare theater in town, as I've said before, the Blackfriars. We're going to go see Pride and Prejudice there, not Shakespeare this time. But I was looking at their little collection, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I haven't read Henry VIII or Titus Andronicus, and I don't know if I want to read Titus Andronicus or Henry VIII. I don't know. I'm not attracted to those two, but I just read Cymbeline last Shake-Temper. I've read Henry V. I've read Coriolanus. I've read Richard II, and I've read Julius Caesar, of course. And I want to revisit Julius Caesar since I've been doing the There's No Place Like Rome, because now I have more of an accurate understanding, I think, of what went on. So, and then I've read the Henriade. I did that a couple of Shake-Tempers ago, and I've read The Taming of the Shrew, which frankly, I don't think it's that great of a comedy. I think the pacing is weird, and I think Catherine doesn't get enough. She spends a lot of time on stage not saying anything, just standing there while the guys talk. It bothers me. So, but anyway, I've read a lot of these plays, so I'm kind of proud of myself.
Children now are way surpassing us in what they're doing.
So do you see where we're going with this? We're looking first at the homestead and saying, what can it do? What can we do with it?
So they're pretty cute. I mean, they're kind of at their ugly stage. Yeah. Okay, I'm just winding up here. It is Monday morning now. And I'm back to my regularly scheduled life, and I'm pretty tired. I hate starting the week off tired. But I had a very nice birthday weekend, and last night some of my kids came over, and they gave me a birthday cake, a nice gluten-free birthday cake. And so, yeah, we had a good weekend. The play, Pride and Prejudice, it's a Shakespearean theater, right? So they did it like a Shakespeare comedy, and they're running it on and off the stage, and there's very few props, and they're interacting with the audience a lot. So it was kind of campy and kind of broad humor and a lot of winking at the audience, which I think I enjoyed it more than my husband did. But he wasn't feeling well. He was coming down with a cold the whole weekend, so I think that might have affected things. So anyway, but it was a good weekend. So now I'm back to my regular life, and I'm going to hopefully get a lot of reading done, and I'm going to figure out StreamYard this week so I can do the live stream for There's No Place Like Rome, which is in, oh my gosh, is it just 2 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks? 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's too soon. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.